Everyone, so in this video I want to talk about how not to worry about something by simply having a how to deal with things that arise, kind of a framework. So hear me out. I know you're gonna say, Matt, I have so much stuff to worry about. How can you tell me not to worry? Worrying takes up energy, and for those of you who believe in like energy and everything, it's not good energy to be worried or to be anxious. What's better energy is to be positive and to kind of be someone who is going to do things, right? Like energy is motion, right? Action, going and doing things. But what about things that are going to happen? Well, the way I like to kind of deal with things, and I've been working on this myself as a planner, as someone who has to see like the worst case scenario, right, in financial planning, like, you know, life insurance, long-term care, all these kind of events that could happen and are likely to happen. That's not good, right? Negative. Thinking about them. Well, it's much easier if you just provide yourself with a framework of how you will deal with whatever happens to you, right? Because we can't really change anything that's going to happen to you. Those things will happen to you. But you can change how you react and how you're going to deal with it. So if you truly have solid beliefs, solid values, solid principles, anything that happens, you will know how to deal with, because you yourself are not changing. It is a circumstance that is changing. And when you push your decision matrix, which is based on your values, your principles, and your beliefs, you will have far less complications on the what ifs, because you don't care about the what ifs anymore. You have a decision matrix, a decision model, a thinking model to be able to deal with things that happen to you, right? That's good. And then you don't have to worry about anything. Let's take it a step further. So, how do you build decision matrices or decision kind of, I guess, models so that you don't have to worry? Okay, well, so first you have to think about what are things that you are worried about, and then take it to the max, and then take it to the minimum, right? So let's say I'm worried about my kids because they could die, right? Then you would say, okay, number one, what would I do if they died? You need more, right? Well, we can't do anything about that right now, and because their death is something that will happen to you, right? The news, the knowledge will happen to you. You have to figure out how to deal with that when it comes. So you just set up some way in your brain and say, okay, if that ever happens, I will allow myself to feel sad, or not, depending on, you know, the type of person. Maybe you say, I want to allow myself to celebrate their life, right? And to go a step further philosophically, maybe it makes you value their existence today even more than you would if you didn't think about that, right? And then what you do then is you just value every day today, so that even if today is the last day you have with them, you're not worried about mourning them, right? Okay, we're done. Now you don't have to worry anymore. You know what you're going to do, right? Because the main reason why we worry is because we don't know what's going to happen. But now we do know what's going to happen, so we don't have to worry. Simple, right? Very simple. I know it's going to sound like I'm some senseless person, but that's truly how, like, I had to use a really extreme scenario so you can kind of get where I'm going, right? Next kind of thing, like for me, clients call, right? What are they going to tell me? Oh my God, what's going to happen? What I'm going to do? Well, first thing I need to do is collect data. Find out what's the problem. Find out what kind of problem they're having, and then collect more information. And then figure out more details about how I can help. What is the goal of our outcome? Like, what do we want to happen? Do we want the claim to be paid? Do we want the claim to be proved? And then it becomes who we have to contact for those things. So I know exactly how to handle any call that comes in. And if I don't know how to handle it, well, then I have another decision thinking model on how to approach things that I don't know how to solve, right? And therefore, I don't worry about anybody who calls me, Because if clients call me, I know exactly how to handle the calls. I know exactly what to do. There's nothing to be afraid of. Don't need to worry. Again, fixed. Right? Miraculous, right? And then you find that worrying after a while becomes very energy sucking. Because if you do those things over and over and over and just mull over those kind of scenarios, you drain your energy. And in addition, if you believe in manifesting, if you dwell on things, you will manifest them. That's not good either. And the last thing I want to talk about is that, talking about like quantum physics and just kind of the infinite possibilities of multiverse, the quantum realm. The more we focus on something, the more likeliness it will happen, and that we will provide significant evidence in the world around us that it is happening, for good and for bad. But our mind looks to the bad simply because it's a survival mechanism. So if you can bypass that in your brain to say, hey, focus on the good things. There's good things everywhere. There are bad things everywhere. If I want to focus on the good things, then I should be in a better mood. I should be looking for good things that happen, right? And therefore, more good things will happen because I will notice more good things, and more good things will be for me in my life, right? No matter what kind of spiritual, religion, non-religion, philosophical thing you come from, many of them say, even in prayer, that you wish for good things unto others. That is how you are happy. You wish for good things on yourself. That can be a way to happiness as well. So that's what will be today's kind of just car ride, where I'm just letting you know, don't worry, okay? Just have a way to make a decision if something were to happen. And if you're constantly worrying about the same things, create a decision model by taking the entire scenario to the maximum pain and then figuring out how you would deal with it. If it's a solvable problem, like in the case of my clients, have a way to solve whatever that problem is, that whatever someone's going to come to you with that you cannot control, but have a way to control what you do in the way to get to the outcome. That is all I have for you guys today. Have a good rest of the day. If I don't see you, enjoy your weekend, do good things. See you next time.